Rob Lewis, where we bringing you nothing but exclusives, all the interviews, all the backline stories, all the stuff you don't hear and see every day. And every guest that you see on the show, they cut from that cloth. No,
Champagne for the
everybody
pain.
ain't cut from that cloth. So sit back, enjoy the show.
Check. Yeah.
There we go. We here. Yo, what's going on, Toledo? Surrounding areas. It's a beautiful night here in the city, in the world. We're back on this Monday night. We got another exclusive coming to you. Cloth Talk episode 3, season 2 is getting better and better. And first of all, let's shout out 419 Grind for continuing this platform for the culture and for the city and for everybody who been utilizing this platform to share information. I feel good. It feels good to be back here on a Monday night after a long weekend, exciting weekend. And I also got a special guest in the building with me. A legend. A legend. The living legend.
Appreciate that.
No pun intended, or pun intended.
Want it.
Yeah. Living legend. I'm gonna say living legend.
Thank you.
My dog B Wills is in the building.
What's going on?
Man, it's good to see you, bro.
Oh, likewise, man. I'm happy to be here. Happy to, be seen.
Listen, man, you looking like $1 million off the dribble. Let me say that. you and wifey came in fresh.
Appreciate it.
Like
Thank you.
looking
Thank you.
in unison on one accord.
Oh yeah, man. We a straight team.
Repping the
man.
brand.
Thank you.
That's amazing, man.
100. I appreciate that.
They probably knew who I was having on because of what I got on.
Okay, 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we gave it away.
It look good on you, man.
Man, listen. I don't know. Like I was looking when I was in the bathroom, and I was like, the yellow goat inside the hoodie.
The hoodie, right.
That's crazy. Yeah, and this is expensive.
Yeah.
This ain't no you ain't get these from no corner store.
For
like
sure,
this
for
fit.
sure, man.
Yeah, this fit.
Yeah, man. It's all about the details, man.
Definitely.
all
And
about the
everything,
details.
not just fashion. That's everything in
100%.
life. Yeah. So it's good to see you, man. What you been doing?
Everything.
I see.
Trying to get $1 every way that I possibly can, man.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing, man.
You hustling hard too.
Oh man, without a doubt,
Yeah.
and now, having a unit, having a teammate, a partner in crime to go ahead and pull it all together with me, man.
Yeah. I know the
hustle,
feeling, man.
The hustle is on $1 million right now, man. I
Yeah.
can't complain, not one bit.
And you know the money is, the direction that all the money going in.
For
It's
sure.
going in one way. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
It's easier to keep track when you got that partner.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
So it's so much, man, that we gonna get into.
Hey, man.
I don't know where you want to start, but
I told you, man, we can whatever.
well, let's
whatever
start.
come to mind.
Let's start from the beginning.
Go
let's
for
go let's go from B Wills elementary, junior high, high school.
Okay. Bet.
Elementary, growing up, man, how was it? Like, was you always like this personality, this guy that we see now? Was it always that, even from the beginning?
No. No. Nah. It was nerd for sure. Scholastically, I was even said at one point to have been a genius.
I can see it.
I had a full ride scholarship to Ohio State in the 6th grade. Straight up. You know
For
what I
real?
mean? Yeah, 100%. It was scholastics was my biggest thing. You know, I grew up with my granny. Shout out to her one time, rest in peace. Grew up with her over in the Old West End, over on Glenwood.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Old West End one time. And you know, it was all of us in the crib. Granny, papa, pops, aunties, uncles, you know what I mean, little cousin.
So it was a family house.
For sure.
That's dope.
For sure. It was cool. Like I said, I was just focused on scholastics, you know what I mean? And I played ball for Glenwood. Shout out to everybody.
I was gonna
know.
ask you. I went to King.
Oh, 100. Okay.
Yeah,
We played y'all a
so-
few times.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I definitely hooped.
Yep.
We was definitely champions.
Oh, likewise, man. Likewise, you
look.
know what I mean? We was the only team that had, you know, women on our team at the time. You know,
That's
shout out to
crazy.
Stephanie and TT.
Right.
Yeah, man. We
right.
was out at start going
And
crazy.
I think it was a few like Precious. I remember Precious.
Yeah.
I want to say played for Stewart.
I think so.
And,
I can't remember for sure, but I think so.
We had at King. We had a girls team, but like I don't think we had no girls that played. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, nah, we just had, you know what I mean, the fellas, and then, you know, we had the girl. Mind you, at the time, I mean, our best player was, you know, Stephanie Johnson. You
That's
know what
crazy.
I mean?
Steph was
dog,
too.
bro. It was
Dog.
It was scary, man. That
Yeah.
OSN growing up over there, man, it's just different. It's crazy because, you know, you in the trenches when you first come into the Old West End.
Right.
But then just one street after that, you got castles and the
Right,
biggest of
right.
houses
Yeah,
and
mansions
you know what I
and-
mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's kind of like you can kind of get a taste of what the better life is.
Yeah.
But right over here, you got rats, roaches, and
Yeah,
woo.
right,
You know what I
right.
mean? So that was always an outlook I had. But shoot, 6th grade, everything was cool. Was going into 7th grade. That's when I kind of moved with my mom.
Okay.
Um,
So what junior high from there?
McTighe. Moms took me out of the whole Scott
about to say
district
that's-
and shot
yeah.
me to, you know what I mean? My mom was
So you ain't want to go. I know, part of you, in your heart, you wanted to go to Robinson.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
I was supposed to go to Glenwood. It was Rob's. I mean, when I tell you, like, I love the Old West End so much.
Yeah, and
you
then
know what
Scott,
I mean?
and that was
It
the
I was
thing.
gonna be a
Yeah,
bulldog.
yeah,
That's what it was.
Absolutely.
6th grade summer, you know, I got some news that really changed everything for me. You know, I found out, you know, just some stuff that really hit me to the core.
Okay.
And that's when everything changed. I lost my scholarship the next year in 7th grade. I stopped caring about scholastics totally.
So whatever this thing that happened was like, it altered your mind.
Oh, 100%.
In the way you perceived what your job was at that time.
Yeah, changed my perception of women.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there was some news, you know, that kind of involved my parents and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
And put it like this: just picture, you know, you at the top of the world, 6th grade year. That's the trying time. You're starting to become a teenager and
Yeah.
whatnot. And then you just get news, bam, your dad's not your real dad. You know what I mean?
Oh, you found that out.
Right? Just bow out the blue.
Mm. And that's like right in the middle. That's like 11. Are you 11 at
12.
the time? 12.
12.
Okay.
I'm 12, and then I found that out, and then it was. We cuss on here?
Yeah.
Oh, at that point, it was like fuck the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just like, oh nah. Like at that point, I put a guard up, and it was just like, you know what? Any and everybody lied to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, regardless of whatever the circumstances might have been. That's when I just put up a shield, and that's when I got to acting out. Jumped in the streets.
And that was your way. That was the reaction.
100%.
Yeah.
I couldn't trust nothing.
Cause you felt like I was supposed to know that from the
100%.
jump.
100%.
Now, do you feel like, and we won't stay on this subject long, but do you feel like they was protecting you in somewhat, or you
No.
just felt like?
I felt like it was. You know what? Actually, take that back. Yeah, yeah. Because you know, back in the day, my biological pops was said to be, you know, a different kind of cat in the streets. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the guy that I grew up knowing as my dad, which is still my dad.
That's real.
He
So you didn't take it out on him?
No, not at all. Not
Okay,
at all.
okay,
Not at
okay.
all. And it's crazy because at the time, me and him wasn't the closest neither. It was just my granny was my everything. Long story
Yeah.
short, you know what I mean. But granny, you know, granny hit me with that don't change nothing. We straight,
Yeah,
like we
right.
rocking. Don't even. But mentally, for me, you know what I mean. I'm cool. Like everything that people love me for or paraded me around for, I rebelled against it. It's like, oh, okay, y'all want to change my life? I'm gonna change how y'all look at me, and
Yeah.
you know, it was what it was. I
Like
was a
you
shy
said,
dude. I
rebel.
was quiet.
Yeah.
I was, you know what I mean. And then
So that woke you up a little bit.
No, yes, I totally jumped off the porch. I totally jumped off the porch then. Then that's when I got out to McTighe. Shout out to the McTighe Tigers out there one time. I think we was called the Tigers.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, shout out to all my people from all McTighe, man. That was junior high was cool, but scholastics was out the window.
Yeah.
I played ball, but not like I was really about to get a scholarship or nothing.
Yeah.
But 8 Mile hits.
Mm-hmm.
8 Mile the movie comes out, and I always had this crazy love for music, like always.
Just music?
Yeah,
just
especially hip
all
hop.
music.
But
I
all
was about to
music.
say, is it
but all
hip-hop?
music.
Okay, okay.
In the times that I would be, with my mom coming up, it was a lot of Sade and Blackstreet and
That's real
older
music.
stuff.
Yeah,
So it was
yeah.
that was already entrenched in my DNA as
Yeah.
far as music goes. And then 8 Mile came out, and it kind of showed me a different way to express yourself.
Dang, dude, you telling my age right
You know what I mean? So, I'm at McTighe at this time, and I used to write poems or whatever back in the day when I was actually a kid, because I didn't have friends like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
So writing was like your outlet for you.
100%. And then once I realized, like, people thought it was cool, and everybody wanted to be a battle rapper after 8 Mile came out.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, everything for me was strategic. So I'm like, with me being so smart, I'm great with words. I never, man, let's get this out the gate. I never thought of being a rapper, bro, ever in my life. That was not in the plans at all.
Not even not elementary. Strictly junior high. Once you saw this movie,
Didn't even want to be a rapper then. This was just a ploy to get friends and get that love that I didn't I wasn't catching back home, because I kind of rebelled against family. So that was my way of going the other route and trying to get people to like me, I guess, if you will,
right,
know what I mean.
and it was like the popular hip, like back then hip hop. If you could just even quote somebody else's rap, it was cool. You know what I'm saying?
Without a doubt.
Like we used to do that. Like people forget that era of like rewinding the tape, pause,
right,
write that line,
God, right.
You know what I'm saying? Play it,
right,
write that line, and then you got all the lines, and then you keep rewinding and keep going over until you get the verse right.
Yep.
Somebody else's stuff. So I know what you mean.
Yeah. See, I had a dream of being I wanted to be on radio. I had never wanted to be a rapper. It was this cat named Butter that used to be on the Juice on 107.3.
You talking about
Kaiser.
Yes. He was Will.
Yeah,
exactly.
He used to, his name was Butter at the time. In my head, as a young man, I thought he was the coolest dude in the world. Like for me, I was everything. I was nothing that was cool. You know what I mean? Like I was
crazy.
I was dumb smart, loved wrestling to death. Like how people love basketball. I loved wrestling.
Yeah.
To this day, I still do.
Who your favorite wrestler?
Shawn Michaels, easy.
I'm a Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's cool. That's
but
cool.
no, I
dig it though. It's crazy. I even dropped a tape. My most popular tape was called Shawn Michaels.
The Shawn Michaels. Yeah.
But yeah, so go from there to what? Then freshman year, I go to Libby, and that's when I started to really kind of write raps here and there. But I had never recorded or nothing like that. I go to Libby freshman year. It's like 4th of July. My mom stayed on the South. Now, mind you, I'm from the Old West End. I'm from around Glenwood, Maplewood.
So this is new territory for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I'm from a neighborhood that they wasn't really, too fond of at the time.
Yeah.
My mom lives on the South. It's like 4th of July one night. And all I remember is I was walking in one of the homies' house, and it was a bunch of, cats from around that way that seen me.
Now, what year is this?
This is freshman year going into sophomore year.
So your graduate year was
07.
Okay, so you 31.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just doing the math in my head because I graduated 06. Well, I was supposed to graduate 06, and I'm 32.
There you go.
I did go to Libby my freshman year,
right.
But I came from that King, Robinson, and Scott district, so I know the feeling of being at Libby.
Yeah.
And now this is, I was telling my moms like, this not gonna work.
Right.
I need to go over here. Where my people at that I went to school with.
Exactly. So
but I went to play ball at Libby. You know,
I played ball freshman
Yeah.
year, you know what I mean, which was cool. And next thing you know, some things happened that summer with me, you know, over there. And Moms was like, "All right, I'm sending you somewhere, but it ain't gonna be Scott. I ain't sending you there, cause mind you, at this point, I'm off the porch too.
Yeah, and it's high school, so now ain't no telling what's going on.
You feel what I'm saying?
A little bit of everything.
And next thing you know, I was working at the Mud Hen Stadium. I started working there when I was like 14. My mom was a manager. She got me in because I was a little more mature.
That was like around the time when it was first built.
It was the second year it was built.
Okay.
Mom's ended up giving me a job there. That was my first job at the Mud Hen Stadium. And I meet a cat named Ramont.
Mm-hmm.
And me and him got tight. And, you know, he's like, yeah, you know, I got a studio at the crib, whoop-de-woo. You know, I got a group called The Vets.
Ah.
And I'm like, word? Okay, bet. And I get to listen to the mixtapes. I'm like, oh, y'all hot. Like, y'all nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And straight up, you know, Ramont convinced my mom to send me over to Woodward. And he was going, you know, on some big bro lookout, whoop-de-woo.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I go to Woodward my sophomore, junior year. I go on Moo Dirt Granny Basement at the time. And
Wow.
that's when my first ever mixtape came out. It was a couple, I think, like the B Wheel Show Part 1 and the B Wheel Show Part 2.
No, I'm gonna have to get Moo Dirt on this show because I done had like 4 or 5 different guests name drop him.
Oh yeah, Dirt is
He just
shout out to my dog, man.
He just opened up the
Close and Go.
Close and Goes on Jackman.
Yep, can't go wrong.
So if you listening, somebody let him know that his presence is requested.
Most definitely, man.
I need to hear some of them stories, man, from that basement.
Oh my God, yeah. So
Man, that's crazy.
that's how I started recording music was with Moo Dirt, and from there.
So you was never like a north side of you was never like claiming the north side.
No, I was west side all day.
That's what I thought.
I made it.
But they showed you love over there.
100%, 100%. Because
especially if you did music.
Without a doubt, you know, and I mean both. At least from, you know, my side of, you know, OSN where I'm from, you know, both sides like the same color. You know what I mean? So it wasn't. It wasn't no friction or nothing like that. Mutual. It was love, and then I was nice. You know what I mean, as far as rapping and whatnot. So that's how it ended up working out for me. And then Mom's threw a curveball in, cause now I'm off the porch for real. She's starting to catch rumors of me being involved in certain things. Mm-hmm. I'm packing pistols at this time. You know what I mean?
What age is this?
This is around what?
14, 15?
I grabbed my first strap around 14.
So this is like 16.
But this is like actually like here and there carrying, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Probably like around 16, 17, somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. And Ed Choice voucher comes out basically saying that any students that are in Woodward or Scott District can go to Central Catholic, St. Francis, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop.
And they'll pay for it, yeah.
Mom's got me up out of there.
So let me guess, you went to Central.
St. Francis.
St. Francis.
So here I am.
Okay, so let me stop you. That was my cousin was there at the time, Daryl Roberts.
Yeah, I got there. I think maybe he might have been either a senior. I can't remember.
He was the only person I knew that went to St. Francis.
Yeah, it
made it look cool. I'll say that because you know, like St. Francis, for us was like no.
You know what's crazy? Out of going to Libby, Woodward, and out of going to Libby and Woodward, and did I go to another high school? No, I went to Libby and Woodward. Out of all of the schools I've been to, and even the neighborhoods I've been in, that was the craziest school I went to.
St. Francis?
St. Francis.
Really?
On everything I love.
But
first,
I will say, when you started, you know, they was just giving those, like anybody could go there.
Oh, you get a scholarship. You get a scholarship. You go. Yeah. 100%. It was they didn't care.
They was getting their football players from the mid city.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You know, and they was getting their hoopers from the junior highs.
Straight up. Straight up. And I get to St. Francis. You know, in my head now, I'm starting to get this high school fame, if you will. I'm being wheels. This is kind of cool.
Now your swag is developing.
I'm kind of cool now.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to all boys school? Oh, yeah, you tripping. I get here. First day of school. I walk in the bathroom, a cat playing with his nose. First time I ever seen somebody my age
doing that.
Yeah. What? Oh, yeah, y'all tripping in here. Like this.
That's in high school. That's crazy.
You feel what I'm saying? And how do I? Okay. That's when, you know, I got introduced to certain, just a bunch of different kinds of people, which some relationships I have to this day. So shout out to, you know, some of my dogs that I, you know, met over there at St. Francis. But that's when I got introduced to something that a lot of artists know about now, which is Adderall.
Yeah, Addy. That's the short.
And so, you know, and this is back when this ain't even heard of at this point. I'm in high school. Mind you, I'm in high school. This is 07.
Right. But no, see, when they was giving out Adderall, it was for kids with
ADHD and all of that.
Then, you know, certain people took it, and then that's when they was, if I'm not mistaken, they chopping it up now and sniffing it,
It's
right?
a million different ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, at the time, it's introduced to me like, yo, man, I got made fun of studying one day. And a cat like, man, we don't study around here, boy. If you don't pop you one of these the night before, and I'm like, what? They're like, man, you gonna retain all of yo, everything is gonna be on point. I'm telling you. All right, go for it. I'm up all night. Wake up. I remember it was mind blowing. It was like what's the movie with when the cat shoot? It was I was feeling like Lucy. Put it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like my percentage was just kept going up, and I'm tripping like. This
like
works.
It's actually working. What they told me was gonna do. This is what's happening.
And this is when I'm starting to gain work ethic with music. Mm-hmm. But at this time, it ain't really set in stone. It's just something that I was doing. And then, you know, I get kicked out of St. Francis.
For what reason, if you don't mind? Or you're not under oath.
No, 100. I'm a put it like I'm a kid catching the bus. You know what I mean? I was staying with my mom's at the time, so I'm
the south side, right?
I'm catching the bus from the south over here, and these freshmen is pulling up all these Saabs,
BMWs.
Yeah. And this is what y'all like.
Mm-hmm.
And you know,
right.
And from there, you know, it was one of those.
It was easy.
Yeah, you know, and next thing you know, I was given an ultimatum. And I chose to leave, you know, and I ended up at Bowsher. I knew I went to another high school, so I went to 4 high schools altogether. Wow. And that's when I go to Bowsher like mid-March of senior year, and then I, you know, go to Bowsher. Everything was pretty much cool there, but I was just ready to graduate and get up out of there because I was tired of school. I wanted to get straight to hustling and music.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: so you graduated from Bowsher,
100,
and then so when you graduated, what was the feeling then? Like, was it like a feeling of relief, or was you more like proud, like, or was it a mixture of both? And who did you do it for? Because a lot of people graduate not for themselves, but for their parents, or like you said, your grandmother, or different reasons.
I had a lot of stuff going on at home my senior year. A lot of my senior year, I wasn't even living at home.
Okay.
I was, shout out to Mama Tammy. I was living with, you know, for the most part with Mama Tammy. Mm-hmm. My boy Smoke Dynamite, his mom.
Okay.
Shout out to Doe Chasers one time. And I was staying with their mom. And she bought my suit for prom, my everything. You know what I mean? Got me together. And that was really when stuff started hitting the fan as far as at home. Mm-hmm. That news from when I was like 12 created a rift. And as time went on,
you started learning more.
Relationships strained. And it got to a point where you really couldn't tell me nothing. You know what I mean? And then because now at this point you probably feeling like you can't trust nobody. No, without a doubt. You know what I mean? And so long story short, I graduate. It was one of them things where I graduated to hurry up and get up out of there and just be done with it. And just I don't know. In my mind, I'm about to do this music. I'm nice. Y'all can't tell me nothing at this point. And it started working out, you know.
So you graduate. This is after the first project mixtape that you did with Moo Dirt now.
Yeah, the projects, those was just solely CDs that was released in Woodward, like real life. I'm talking about when you come, you go to school.
So these is exclusives.
Yeah, these is like, I'm talking about when you go and take the whole spindle of burnt CDs and you just pop
wrote on it.
You pop the lid off and you this ain't got a case of nothing, huh?
Yeah.
Like
that's the real trap life though.
That's you know what I mean, that was that. So at this time I hadn't put out no real project until, you know, I had made sure that I knew if I was wanting to do music, I got to be able to fund myself.
Do you got any? Not to cut you off, but do you still got any of that music?
I think my little brother.
If anybody listening
brother
out
has
there that got an exclusive B Will's the first record,
The B Will Show Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah, I'll buy it from you.
My voice wasn't the same. I rapped with a deep voice, and
It's interesting to hear, for you to be able to hear that though.
oh my God, I won't. You can't play it for. I won't listen to it. That's something else we can get into a little bit later. But I don't.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, I cringe even thinking about it, man. But that's what 07 going to 08. I knew I needed money to make music. You know what I mean? Went the usual rapper route.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I'm funding myself now. I start going to this. I hear about this studio, Frank Wright's. Start going over there at the right time.
Yeah.
And that's
Bancroft
when
Plaza.
I meet Sir Versatile. Shout out to my boy Casey, man.
Yeah. Casey in Atlanta right now. He do gospel now, right?
Yeah. And
that's
he
the homie.
crazy barber.
Yeah. Right.
And I go there and I record my first actual mixtape, New Kid on the Block.
A, B, or C room?
I was in B.
Okay.
Yep, the joint, because Frank had A, so the joint on the left, B. That was verse room or whatnot. And in the midst of getting ready to drop this project, this is when MySpace is popping.
Man.
Shout out to MySpace. Shout out to MySpace for getting me my wife too, by the way. But we gonna get to that.
Dang.
Yeah, MySpace hooked that up. So in the middle of recording what I call my first mixtape, I drop a freestyle on mixtape to that hood nigga beat. Mm-hmm. And till this day, that was the one joint that got me out of there. Was that, at least as far as around the city. Yeah. That hood nigga, when B Wills get to spitting, hoes get to, like that. I don't know what it was about that record. I'm thinking I'm just doing another regular freestyle.
So we talking about the Gorilla Zoe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because at this time, mind you, I'm sleeping on Chris Siege on his floor. At this point, he had a little spot out
Shout
airport.
Out to Siege, man.
Yeah, Siege was there. Siege produced the only original beats that I had on my first project. Siege produced.
I gotta get Siege on here too, man. That's the bro.
Yeah, I was.
Me, him, and Nook was supposed to, we was. You know, we all producers, so we all like started working on this mixtape.
Want it?
And we never finished it.
Yeah, man. Siege, that's one talented dude, man.
Siege had us doing all the work. I'm gonna say that. I hope he's watching this. Me and Nook was doing all the work. He was sitting there eating, like, yeah, do that, play that right there.
100. I dig it.
That's
I
my
dig
dog.
it. Yeah, man. And that I got to go on from there to I dropped a project, and now I got some money saved up. I done caught cool. Got some money saved up. Now I'm catching Greyhounds to go to big cities, right? I'm going to New York. I'm going to Atlanta. I'm going to these cities. I'm 17, 18 on my own.
And you solo while doing this?
100%.
You by yourself? That's brave.
And which at the time I'm not even thinking is nuts. You know what I mean? And I think, and while I was 18 as well. And I'm just, what I'm doing is I'm finding out what club is cool. I would give me a little Red Roof Inn hotel or something like that, and whatever the clubs was, I would just go and put my CDs on the cars and just pray that something happens.
Yeah, something happens.
And that was my move for a minute. You know what I mean? That Greyhound was my life. Shout out to Atlanta. That's my second home. That's where all my family is at too.
Yeah.
As far as on my mom's side. But yeah, so
and that's
I was getting to it.
Atlanta is like the easiest trip for us.
It's
straight down 75.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't got to turn. You ain't got to do nothing.
Yeah, summers, spring breaks, summers, holidays. I usually spent them down there. That's where my mother's brother
lives. That's like a second home for me too, though. I got my sister live down there, my nieces, my
100%.
Auntie,
there you go.
You know, so it's like you go down there, and the thing is, down there is everywhere you go is love, because we everywhere. There's really no suburbs in Atlanta.
There you
know
go.
what I'm saying? Even the suburbs, we there. So
right.
You know what I'm saying? It just feel good down there.
100%. So yeah, you know, and it led to a magical trip to New York, and I meet a lady named Embrace.
Embrace Entertainment.
At this time, she just got one artist named Country. And I knew who she was, but what's the chance that, you know, we in New York? And
so you wait. So you met Embrace
in New York?
In New York,
straight up.
That's crazy. So what was y'all doing? Like, so you was down there for music. She probably was down there scouting talent.
It was one of those. What happened was, Sir Verse had a performance, and it was like whoever want to hop in this van to go will go. And, you know, he hollered at me on the tuck. Mind you, everything for me been dolo. Yeah. So I'm like, shoot, I'll throw the bread to go, whatever I need. Like I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll
And
sleep.
You an artist too.
Yeah,
So.
like whatever I gotta do, I'm down. I'll go. I pay my whatever to go, and then I go. And then that's when Embrace. She kind of put me aside, like, yo, like, doing up here by yourself, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
She's like, I got an artist out of die. Now, at the time, this is country is definitely beginning to really excel.
You don't know country.
I don't know him personally. No,
Okay.
no, not at all.
You know of him.
Know of him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Being around the club, seeing vamps and little stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
hosting, yeah.
So I was kind of starting to catch wind. One thing I always did from the moment I said I want to rap, I studied every single artist from here.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I was gonna ask you, who were who were the three that inspired
Philly
you?
P.
That's crazy.
Philly P, Clemmy, and I would say Magic One.
Man, Rock was on here last week, and that's crazy because you would think, no shade to nobody from the North, but you would think with him being from
It'll
the
be like
North,
Stink Bomb or
it
somebody.
would be Bomb or somebody like that, and he named everybody from. He was like the Hillionaires.
Yeah,
Everybody.
flat out. It was
crazy.
I can to this day recite joints from his and then then down the road to find out he's family, which was the craziest part. But like that was people could come to me with a Jay-Z verse and I would be like, nah, this Philly P verse was 10 times harder. You tripping, and really argue with people about it. Like Phil was the up here for me. 100%. And I've told him that a million times. We laugh about it now, but easy.
And I think he know that you get to a point, when you're doing music where you realize that you are a bar that somebody set.
Yeah.
And I think Phil know that. I think it for a while he didn't, but I think once he moved away and kind of realized how much the city appreciated him.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say the city, but the artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When I came in, I basically, it was almost like how they be having like in the movies and little detective rooms where they have like the pictures up and then the red circles and the line. That's how I literally that's how it was in my mind for everybody that was doing something. I'm coming for you, all of y'all.
I'm looking for
I was bro, the hunger was crazy.
Yeah.
Cause I had home issues. I just wasn't right all the way.
And that, I'm sure that fueled your fire like even the more, because now you got something to prove.
Yeah, and then Granny dies. That's April 25th. April 25th, 2009, Granny died. Mama died. I lose it. My daughter had just been born, maybe a few months before in December. I had kind of decided I'm going to step away from the things I was doing. But I was, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Granny died. I go left field.
So that's 2009. Is that all? We still before 106 and Park?
Yes.
Okay.
This is leading into it.
Okay.
So I dropped the tape with that Sir Versatile did to go back a little bit. Tape goes cool.
Now, was he, not to cut you off again, but Verse now, he was your engineer back then.
100.
Okay. I just wanted to.
Oh, you good. And so that tape did all right, you know what I mean? But it was that one record, that Hood Nigga thing that got everything going everywhere. Got a little recognition. And then I'm like, you know what? I want to do it. I want to go crazy now. I'm strategical at this point. At the time, nobody, not one per artist here had an actual mix. This is back when mixtapes with DJs and scratching and all of that is really the thing.
You literally got somebody hosting your
Nobody has that at this time. I called Lou, like, yo, take a chance on me. I know you don't know me like that. Take a chance on me. I'm going to make it work. I promise you. He like, oh, all right, bet. And we dropped a mixtape called One Night Stand. And that's where I wouldn't even say national recognition came, but as far as Ohio, stuff like that comes.
Regional.
100%. Okay. So that's when, then I get like a nomination for the Ohio Hip Hop Awards, Best New Artist, and things are starting to happen. And then right as the music is starting to pop, I have my baby, the music is starting to pop, Granny died. It's like, damn, everything I just worked for was out the window. Because my biggest thing was to show her. I had got to a point to where a lot of people in the family had looked at me. I was going to be, because I was supposed to be the smart, scholastic lawyer, a doctor.
Yeah.
This nigga want to rap.
Yeah.
Oh, he in the streets now too? Oh, this nigga ain't about to be nothing. It's over with.
Right.
I had a chip on my shoulder. Then she died. I didn't get a chance to make it before she
Yeah, 'cause
could.
this is one of the people that you, I'm sure, believed in you and was like
100%.
whatever. You know, grannies be like, whatever you do, baby, I support you.
100%. I didn't have nobody that came to basketball games, as many as I played. I didn't have nobody that came to, achievement functions, and I didn't have none of that. That was that. And so she dies, right? I lose my shit. I get a message from a fan. I get a message from a fan, and he had the same last name as the man I was told was my real father. Couldn't find out that's his son.
You gotta be kidding.
Swear to God, right hand to God. So I'm like, now that Granny died April, this is about June. I get a message from a fan. You know, he telling me he loves how I'm different. You know, this is back. I'm like the only nigga wearing skinnies and colored hair, and
exactly.
I'm in my own little world.
Wait, you're not the only. You were the first.
I agree.
I will say that.
I agree.
You took a lot of criticism.
Oh my God.
You know,
I was gay in everybody's mind.
and you was, but even outside of the gay, because you know. Everybody, that's all they gonna stick skinny
Without a
jeans
doubt.
is because now they're everybody wearing them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't that
But
some
back
shit?
Then, you know what I'm saying? But back then it was like not only is he spitting his image. You was before your time. I don't know
appreciate
where you.
that.
Nah, I'm gonna say I don't know where you went and saw that this was happening, or if this happened in your head.
Yeah,
But
literally.
you saw what it was going to.
Literally,
That's crazy.
it was something I was just like, I'm a diehard Bulls fan. And again, all of this music shit, none of it was because I wanted to be a rapper, but I seen how I could strategically get your attention, and I know what I can do with my ability.
So
I ran with that, and that's where the image and all
all
that
of
came
this
from.
is still you leading up to saying you want to work radio.
No. At this time, radio is out the picture.
Okay,
I don't even figure this B Will's thing is working. Fuck it, we gonna run with this.
Yeah, right.
We gonna see how this works.
Now this
just kind of
might work.
starting
This
to.
might get me out of here.
You know what I mean? I get the message on Facebook from, a fan. He turns out to be son of the man I was told was my dad. And he set it up to where we could, meet each other, and we all went and sat down together, and it was a lot of similarities. We randomly, like, mind you, I hadn't had no contact with this man since forever. I was a kid.
You don't even know. You don't even know that.
I don't
no relation at this point.
He was told to me that he was my goddad. So put it like this: I come up knowing that I basically get told, at a certain age that, hey, your goddad is your real dad. That's how it is.
Yeah, that would be that is a little.
You feel me?
Yeah,
So then it's like I know who this man is because he might have took me to the barbershop a few times. I've been over his house and shit.
Yeah.
And played with his son toys when his son was never there, type shit.
Yeah.
So years go by. I'm B Wills now. Things are starting to get cool. I got a few fans here and there. A fan that's hitting me up, not realizing he knows nothing about nothing. But in my mind, I'm like, I remember your name.
Crazy,
You got the same name as my God dad, quote unquote dad. You feel me?
Man, that's crazy how God works.
100%. We get around each other and we just get click tight. Like he was everything to me as a dad that I had never really had before. You know what I mean? My my dad had fell on hard times. The dad that, I had grew up to know as my dad.
Yeah.
And so, my goddad, I just kind of let him know, I never asked him like, hey, is it true? Because me and him got so tight, I had never wanted to ask or even like fuck up the whole vibe.
Yeah,
it was cool to have a nigga that was like my dad. You feel me?
Yeah.
And boom, September comes. So boom, Granny died April. I get back in touch with my goddad in June. September come. I win Ohio Hip Hop Award, Best New Artist. Oh shit, I'm popping out here now. As far as the region go.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanksgiving come. I get a little emotional one night. This is Thanksgiving. It's my first holiday without my granny. And my goddad was dropping me off at, my granny house, which where my dad lived or whatever.
Glenwood, right?
Right. And, he basically pulled me to the side and just let me know, like, hey, I am your real dad. Fuck me up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know whether to say thank you finally or punch you in your shit. You
Right.
feel what I'm
Not-
saying?
Not to laugh, but that's
No, straight up.
Yeah, that's how I
You
can
know?
imagine that feeling.
And that was that. And I just let him know, like, hey, at the end of the day, dog, this man gonna always be my daddy that's in here. Whether he on hard times, whatever, I don't give a fuck what's going on. That's my dad.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But we got what we got. We've been rocking. Bet. Let's keep it going.
Mm-hmm.
And everything was love. We hugged. That was that. 4 days later, find him dead in his sleep.
Man, that is crazy.
That was and that was November 27th. He told me it's my real dad. And then December 1st, me and my little brother found him like that.
Sheesh.
He died in his sleep.
That's
You know what I
crazy.
mean? So that's when I really went off the hinges. Cause now I'm battling B&B Wills and I'm local. It's when that local popularity hits you, it kind of it hit different, especially for a nigga like me. Cause I was never cool to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know how to handle that. Whether it's women, whether it's all kinds. I was a different kind of nigga, anyways. You know what I mean? And that's when pills come into play, and depression, heavy but functional though. You can't tell I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
But then it started to be certain
would've never
instances.
guessed.
It started to be certain instances. This is 2009, going now we in like 2010. I had told my granny right on her deathbed that I was gonna make it on TV. I even on that mixtape, I even got a song telling her like I'm gonna be on TV, like whoop-de-woo. And next thing you know, I'm doing pills and I'm wilding. But in to myself, nobody knows. I'm not hiding it, but I'm not around nobody, so don't nobody know.
Yeah.
Depression had me fucked up, bro. Like bad, a horribly dark. I lose my mom. I meet my dad. He dies, and I find him like that. And in his sleep, he dies in his sleep. So now I create a phobia of sleeping.
Right.
So now I'm not taking the pills or nothing because I'm just trying to get high and drown
You
my
don't wanna go to
sorrows.
sleep. You tryna
I'm
stay
scared
up.
to sleep.
Yeah, you trying to stay up.
Literally for years, till up until my wife came in my life, I was scared to sleep
That's crazy.
on everything. Anybody that been around me knows, like I'm terrified to sleep.
So that's a little bit of PTSD.
100%,
Yeah.
which I didn't know until later.
Yeah, right.
You know what
right.
I mean? And
Well, it's hard to know what you're dealing with while you're dealing with it.
100%,
So
right.
Sometimes you don't see it until you make it out and be like, that's what that was.
So now, but the positive of it is that my music is reaching more and more people. Now, Embrace got me and Country doing all these shows all around the country.
Yeah, y'all was dynamic duo at that point.
We trapping showcases.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like literally, go here for this showcase, put in $50 or $100, walk out $500 to a band. You know what I mean? Whoop-de-woo. And I ended up leaving Embrace as a manager. Love her to death. Shout out to Embrace one time. I ended up leaving her as a manager. I decided I wanted to do my own thing. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, so can we get into that a little bit?
100%.
What was her reaction?
Heartbroken.
Okay.
That was I didn't have much relationship with my mom. That was you know what I mean, as far as my career starting and when she came in my life and seeing me go from the streets to becoming this artist and all of that, I became a son to her.
Was that decision impulsive, and then was it one thing that triggered that decision?
It was something I feel like had to happen. I feel like I wasn't going to. I felt like Kyrie for the Cavs.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
So is Country LeBron at this point?
100%.
Okay.
100%. You know what I mean? And it was for me. It was nothing at all personal. Like I love both of y'all.
You just didn't want to be the little brother no more.
I just felt like, if I move over here, you know what I mean? He's doing a certain kind of music. Now, mind you, again, my plan is not to be a rapper, but this shit is working. So strategically, I'm looking at my appearance.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my hair.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
How I'm rocking. I need to be on these Wiz Khalifa shows and these Currency shows and over here.
Yeah.
Country is definitely doing his thing at the Gucci concerts and Yo Gotti da. The way that I'm rocking right now ain't that kind of crowd. I need to go to a demographic that better suits my whole type of way. You feel what I'm saying? And it was just one of those things where, it was never a disagreement. It was a decision I made. I hated myself for hurting her feelings like that. You know what I mean? 'Cause that's one of the toughest ladies I've ever met in my life.
So did it create something that y'all had to go back and have a conversation about?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
That's real.
100%. And I owed that to her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially for what all she poured into you. as a manager.
She did everything, bro. Put money up for everything. A lot of things that, you know, when you in the moment of making certain decisions, you don't think about the little things. That's the first thing that come to their mind.
Artists don't think about that.
100%. And as an artist, I did, but I didn't. Because it's like, as much as I appreciate you and love you to death, and I always will, I know for what I'm trying to do, I got to make this step.
A lot of times, you very rarely find an artist and a manager that never bump heads.
We never bumped heads.
That's crazy.
We never.
So
I'm talking about
never. I can see how that would hurt you.
It was out the blue at that.
That's why I say impulsive.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So for me, it was something that I started to learn and figure out on my own. But for her, it's like out the blue, like, damn, we rocking. So, you know, get away from that. And I'm on my own. And the best friend I had at the time, shout out my dog, Elliot Hall. I made him my manager. I had a show with Wiz, and I was talking to Mac Miller one time. And everybody, like, Wiz, his manager, I mean, this is Cushion Orange Juice Wiz. This is before Black and Yellow, all of this is Cushion Orange Juice
Mixtape
Wiz. Yeah. He had a show at the Zodiac. I opened up, and the shit went crazy. That's when I'm like, I know this is the lane I need to be in. That was the night that I made that decision. And I'm talking to Mac Miller at the time. Rest in peace, Mac Miller. And he was like, yo, like, we don't, like, our people is our managers, bro. Like, Wiz, his manager is Will. Skinny white dude. That was his boy growing up. He made him his manager. And I'm just like, oh, okay, well.
The LeBron and Rich Paul effect.
100%. So at the time, I'm like, well, shit, I ain't got nobody I get to, you know, rocking with.
That's my dude.
You my dude.
Every day anyway.
You know what I mean? Skinny white kid from the burbs. I'm like, shit, we popping. You know what I mean?
It looked right.
And we get to going on tours and did a tour with MGK. Now, mind you, this is before Bad Boy signed to MGK.
Okay, so this is before, because I was going to say, even when you won the Ohio Hip Hop Award, at that time, MGK is in these same categories.
100%. That's how we met.
Exactly.
That's how we met. And tour, did the MGK 3-city tour. That was dope. That was fun. I mean, went down. It was so dope to go down to Cleveland with him and spend time. And they had a studio in Ashley's spot, his manager's spot. And just to really see, this is back when 100 Words and Running or Lace Up had just came out, I think.
So this is 2013?
2010, around there. Ooh. This is 2010. Because now, this happens in 2010. We come around to, I leave Embrace. Then the manager, I ended up getting into some street shit.
So all of this is going on while you still dealing with.
Oh, for sure.
Dad's death,
oh yeah,
your granny's
never
death.
Dealt with it.
Yeah.
Never. I didn't deal with it till I got with my wife. So I'm still going. I'm still battling my demons. I'm still going through it.
Yeah.
And
still trying to be a father at this point.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, I was in a very unhappy, unstable relationship at the time. It was everything was fucked up except music. So I poured my everything into it.
Yeah. Because that was the only thing that was giving you something in return.
I started doing showcases on my own. I'm back to hustling the Greyhound, doing my thing. Time goes by. Me and my friend, we kind of got into it and bumped heads. I let him go as my manager. I got into some street shit. Niggas wasn't trying to be around for that, which I respect and I understand. And I get a call one day from him. Me and him not even on speaking terms. Hey, man, BT is about to call you, man. Fuck off my phone, dude.
You think he playing?
A 347 number call. That's New York. The fuck? Yo, this is such and such from, senior writer over at BET 106 Park. Man, don't call my phone playing with me, man. Hang that bitch up. Yeah. Fuck. I done already, mind you, I'm strategic. I've already looked up every way to get on 106 and Park. I've looked up everything. Because for me, in my mind, all I need is an audience. I know what I'm going to do. Yeah. I just need y'all to see me. Fuck this here shit. This Toledo shit is cool. But my biggest promise to myself, I am not going to be one of them niggas that get cool here and stay here. It won't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they called back after I hung up. You about to miss a chance of a lifetime. Please explain to me how you found little old me from Toledo, Ohio. Well, you did a show about a year ago, a showcase in Columbus. I'm like, right? I remember. It's like, there was an after party you performed at. I'm like, damn, I do remember that. It was a hole in the wall. Literally a hole in the wall, bro. Nobody wanted to perform. I said, fuck it. I'ma just perform. I'm gonna rock this bitch like it's in Madison Square Garden. I literally said that. I can remember it to this day. One of the ladies sitting at the bar worked for BET, saw me, watched my YouTube, followed my whole hookup a whole year. He sent me the whole thread for the whole year between him and her talking. She was like, he's ready. Put him on. And they gave me a date for 106 in Park. The rest was history. That's literally how 106 in Park happened. I never auditioned, never nothing. They watched me for a whole year and I had no idea.
This is 2010.
The end of 2010.
Same year.
This is end of 2010. So just a little bit over a year after I told Granny I was gonna get on TV.
So what's your mindset now?
Do drugs and go hard.
And that's 2010. You like
Going in 2011, yeah. That was December 27th, 2010.
So you do the show. You do the first. You do the first. Was it Freestyle Friday?
Wild Out Wednesday.
Wild
That's something that a lot of
Wednesday.
people be like, yo, you was on
Yeah.
Freestyle Friday. And I'm like, fuck no.
No, because Wild Out Wednesday allows you the opportunity to do your own music.
Yeah, and then they take
Freestyle
three
Friday.
people.
Yeah,
they take
exactly,
three people.
Exactly.
They take three people, whatever.
The
Then y'all
judges-
text vote
yeah,
and shit.
yeah. Right. Okay.
100. Y'all text vote. And
What was your song? What was the song you performed?
oh my God, the first song I did was my first radio record. It was called "Everybody Wanna Be Me," which I fucking hate that song to this day.
Do I remember that record? I think I do.
Everybody Wanna Be Me.
yeah.
It's horrible, man.
Yes.
Horrible.
That wasn't horrible back then, though.
It was
Like,
it worked. I had always made, again, the biggest thing for me is strategy. I always made I did what I knew was gonna work.
Yeah, that fit what the radio was spinning, the way you
The whole
hook.
swag thing and that's all it
everything.
was.
Yeah.
When I walk in the
beat.
building, you gonna remember my hair more than anything. I don't give a fuck if you say he gay, he funny. I don't give a fuck what you say. I know
Absolutely.
I know what it is.
Absolutely.
Talk as much as you want, but once you hear me rap after you've been looking at me, it's no possible way you gonna forget me.
Yeah.
And that's how that always
It's
works.
gonna be the dude with the hair that was spit.
106 in Park, right? Shout out to DJ one time, because I never forget this. I had pulled my last bit of dollars to even be able to make it up there. Because mind you, 106 Party, like, all right, we're going to put you on TV, but shit, the hotel and everything else, that's on you.
Yeah.
All right.
Did they supply the ticket?
Nothing at all.
Oh, you got to get there.
You got to get there. You got to find somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
We you know what I mean? We rented a truck, and DJ one time pull up on me. Right before I'm about to pull off, he said, hey, man, come see me real quick. He gave me gas money, bro. I didn't ask. Nothing. I didn't even have a relationship with one time like that at the time. He just reached out to me, and I was like, whoa.
That's real.
That's some real. I'll never forget you for that, bro.
Yeah.
Go to 106 in Park. I perform. Everything is gravy. They say I win. Let's just say that. The first time I go on there, I'm like, what can I do that's different? Something that ain't nobody ever did. Nobody ever went a cappella on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a freestyle to that Drake Successful joint, and I was talking to my granny. Mm-hmm. And I perform part of Everybody Wanna Be Me, then the beat just stops, and I'm rapping a cappella. When I first sent it to the writer at 106 Park, he's like, yo, you are taking a huge chance on this. No beat, no nothing on live national TV. That's scary. I don't know if you know what you're getting into. I had to do this for Granny one time. I told her I was gonna get on TV. A year later, I'm fucking on TV. When you say shit like that to people, you don't really know how it's gonna happen. I didn't. It happened.
You spoke it into existence.
I do my thing. I'd say that. If people could ever, it's video out there. I'm not gonna tell people how to find it, but it's video out there, that performance. I start tearing up at the end. I couldn't hold it. And boom, but I performed it, I win. Oh man, this is dope. The city is, mind you, this is the first time I ever seen the city come together for something before. Mm-hmm. Everybody. I mean, B will share this. It was the craziest, to this day, some of the craziest shit ever. I'm like, all right, my life has changed. I'm on TV. I just won. They come back to the back room like, yeah, man, congratulations, man. They gave me a book and a Keisha Cole CD and was like, all right, we'll holler. I done poured my last bit of, I'm going to be in debt when I get back home. Now, mind you, this is what fucked me up. I'm on 106 in Park Wednesday. I win Wild Out Wednesday in front of millions on TV. I'm popping.
Yeah.
The next day, I'm back at work at the pizza spot on Glendale, right across from Monette's. It's Caddy Corner. What the fuck was the name of that piece? I'm back at work to Jets Pizza, bro. A lady come in and look at me. She's like, "You look just like the." Nah, he wouldn't work in a pizza place. That can't be him. Fuck my soul up. So, oh yeah, this shit gotta work.
Yeah,
it has to work. I don't know how.
Right,
but it's gonna have to. I get an email a few months later. Hey, Wild Out Wednesday has this thing called the All-Star Show. On the All-Star Show, they take the top 3 vote getters of the whole year, and they bring them on, and they perform for money this time.
Yeah.
Some bands. And they get a nice little trophy. Woo. You're one of them. They go, what?
Right.
All right, this is looking up and up. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we also about to put you on tour, too. Shit. It's my first time seeing Cali and all these other places now. Yeah. Shit is working. I don't know what song I'm about to perform because at this time, B Wills is starting to pop, but I'm extremely vulgar and explicit and whoop-de-woo. What am I going to perform for this kid show? Right. I'm sitting in the bathroom and this thing come on the screen that said, BET, it was a commercial, BET's #1 sitcom, The Game, I said, man, wait, Derwin Davis. This, that's the #1 show on their station, and 106 & Park is the #1 countdown on TV at the moment.
Right.
I got to make a song called Derwin Davis and base it around the show. How the fuck can it not work?
Yeah.
I perform the song. I'm on TV again. I'm losing. I'm in 3rd place. The nigga that's in 3rd place, usually after the first commercial break, they don't win. It's over. It's a wrap. Count it out. It's over with. Lady comes to me. She says, hey, I know you losing right now. You kind of sad right now. Now, mind you, the niggas you perform with is in the back room with you. So these niggas is laughing and kicking it, and
they turned.
The one nigga so turned. He looks and says to the one of the executives like, "Hey, so when I win, do I take my dancers up there with me, or like do it just be me by myself? Yeah. I'm in here sick. I'm ready to start punching on shit for real though." So mind you, everybody at home watching this shit is, you know what I mean. Lady come back like, "Hey, this has never happened." She's like, "Pooch Hall is tweeting about you right now on Twitter." I'm like, "Oh, word?
Really?"
She's like, yeah, Pooch Hall from the game. I guess he caught wind of, me being on at the time. And he's like, yeah, he's tweeting about you live. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. 15 minutes later, she come back again. This has never happened before on Wild Out Wednesday. Derwin Davis is trending. You're trending right now, #3 worldwide on Twitter. I said, man, what? She's like, yeah. I'm so focused on this money, though, because
Yeah, you need it.
I need it. You feel me? Yeah. And long story short, they come back from commercial break. They tell me that they feel like they tell me that my votes had went up. Then I moved to 2nd place. Then they come back again. Roxy come back. Yo, we got a tie now. I said, oh, yeah, it's over with. Toledo that fucked around and came through. This shit about to change my life. Like straight up. This motherfucker did what everybody says. The same thing everybody does when I get an award. And thank God for every award I've ever gotten. But they always say the same thing. B Willis. And it's always be like, fuck. Damn. All right, bet. I know what the fuck she meant, shit, Yeah. And that's how that happened, man. And that's how the 106 & Park thing. And from there, all the relationships I built, I just always kept in touch with people and put out quality music from what I thought. I never put out music for myself. I never even told my story. I just always put out music that I knew other people would work with. I knew it would work. And that's what I did. And that's one thing I kind of hate myself. Well, not hate, that I disliked about my music career. And once things started going great, that's when I kind of took away from music for the most part. Because I didn't know how to, I'm not going to say I didn't know how to handle it. It got out of control.
Now, when you say got out of control, you mean your lifestyle or?
My lifestyle.
Okay.
My lifestyle. When you on tour and you out here, it's a lot of demons out here. Especially for a person that's happy as fuck doing this thing. The money is starting to come now. I'm doing shows.
Yeah.
I'm catching cool now.
And
I still ain't dealt with that.
I was just about to say, everything you just said, I realized in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, he still got to deal with the reality.
I'm not happy.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You ain't healed from what hurt you.
I still, and my wife even says sometimes, like, I still right now, it still don't hit me that I was on television and shit like that. It still don't. I never had a moment to enjoy it, and I never.
Because when you, I mean, you know, you was dealing with something that was heavier than that.
I just needed shit to take my mind off shit. You know what I mean? And that did it for me. But things got, the Adderall usage got crazy. Now, mind you, I'm scared to sleep.
Still Adderall from when you went to St. Francis.
100%.
Okay.
And then lean came in the picture. Now, mind you, this is from me spending a lot of time in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And syrup this is before Kurt Cobain. This is before everybody as far as up here got to knowing about it. This is something I picked up down south.
You really couldn't even get lean down here.
Not at all. You know what I mean? And that was something I picked up from down south. My first blunt I ever smoked was in Atlanta. I was 14. And you know, that's when you on the road, and I just got to experiment with different, as far as those things right there. And you know, that's how that went. Things just got crazy as far as everything. I lost control.
Yeah.
It was literally like I'm just winging it. But everything that I'm doing is fucking working.
So now you like, do I stop or do I keep going?
What stopped me was the hospital. I'm literally in the studio. It's so many nights where I would wake up in the studio and ask them like, yo, what I recorded last night? And they had to play it and I'd be like, damn, that was hard. I don't remember
so
it.
You doing 2 or 3 Addies at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? But the crazy thing, and I thank God for it. For some reason, when he made me, he put something in me that made me to where I don't have an addictive personality. I can take whatever for how long. If I smoke cigarettes,
cold turkey.
I smoke cigarettes for 5 years straight. I can cold turkey stop whenever I want.
Bro, I cold turkey stopped smoking weed.
Straight up.
When I was smoking cigarettes, I stopped cold turkey. Like literally, when my wife got pregnant, she like a lot of people in my family know like I was still smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
And you know, she was like, when the baby get here, you can't be around the baby smelling like cigarettes.
Right.
I'm like, you absolutely right. The week before you go into labor, I'm done. I'm never smoking a cigarette again.
right.
Literally. Because I'm like, then it clicked, and I realized when you understand what's at stake, it's easy for you to quit. A lot of people, like, you know, that's dealing with stuff, they don't realize what's at stake until it's at stake. Like
100%.
It take throat cancer for a person who smokes cigarettes to be like,
maybe I need to chill out now.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, okay,
you out here like this and shit, and
then it made sense to me because I never liked people who smoke around kids. So I'm like, you know, I have family members who do it, and I'm on their heels.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? No. So soon as she like, yeah. When Christopher get here, and I'm like, yeah, you right. Cold turkey. My best friend AD died. Cold turkey.
Yeah.
Cold turkey.
Yeah.
And it was because the conversation we had that day that he passed away, I knew he was smoking a blunt. Then he went and hooped, and he had a heart attack. So in my head, I'm thinking, no matter what the doctors say, it was the weed.
Right.
So I'm cold turkey. I'm good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it don't affect everybody that way, but it's just that's when something's at stake, that's what changed me.
Yeah, bro, I dig it. Now it's crazy. The music thing is going gravy, and then I end up getting a job,
which is
working for the state. So this is 2012. Mind you, B was thinking everything is going great, whatever. But I'm like, you know, I don't want to go the other route. I want to do it the right way.
You working for the state now? You got a pension that you paying into. You got.
I'm working at the welfare office, which is funny because I had kind of stepped back from music for so long that a lot of people in the city know me solely for working at the welfare office.
That's crazy.
Which is crazy, you know what I mean? But it's dope because I was the dude that looked out. You know, I put in about 6.5, 7 years there. Ooh. But that's what stopped me with the whole having to chill out. I'm waking up to go to work. Boom. I had to be to work at 8:30. From 8:30 to 4:30, I'm at work. Get home. At the time, I was living out the way. So I get home about 5:15. Take a shower, whatever. Boom. I'm in the studio till about between 3 or 4 on a regular night. Yeah. I will come home, lay down, take a nap, whatever, be back up at 7, and then go to work. This is every single day. My wife will tell you. This is before me and her together, but this is every single day. I'm doing that. An early night for me coming home was like 2 a.m. And this is, I'm just going Adderall. Everything is just keeping it moving.
So at this point, do you realize that you still afraid to sleep?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm very aware of it. It's weird knowing why you're this way, but still not being able to kick that fear. I didn't start sleeping cool until my wife came in my life.
Now, how was your alone moments like? Because with somebody like you who's always around people, or when you would be at
I was
home by
always
yourself?
alone, actually, which is weird. I would always be in the studio, but that would be the only time I'd be around people. I've always been a loner. You ever see me in the club? You ever see me anywhere? I've never had a crew. I don't right now to this day, I don't have a crew.
Yeah.
I've never had it. Shows, everything was literally dolo.
Yeah.
I was one of those, like, I just can't, if things go left, because you know a lot of people that rap and a lot of people that act like they tough for being in certain situations, if something happen, they gonna fold. Mm-hmm. I can only trust myself in that I can't, and that I won't fold.
Yeah.
And I was real big on that. And when it come to other people, and mind you, again, my trust from when I was a kid, it's crazy how people don't realize there's certain reasons for why they are the way they are now can really come from way back before. My trust with people was horrible, but my trust with women was terrible.
I was going to say, you said that earlier.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And I'm sure that affect the way that you would treat women, because it's hard for you to treat somebody well if you don't trust them.
Yeah, it was like, I've always had manners. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've always been respectful, as far as if I give a fuck about you, but you couldn't get in.
Yeah.
You could really, really try. You could really show me the world, and I'm gonna go against the grain.
Yeah.
I was, I could know that you was cool people, and it's over with.
Man, you know, dealing with my last relationship, and then when I got with my wife, she said something that was crazy to me one day. Like, I brought my energy from my last relationship into our relationship, and I used to just spaz because that's how I
what you was,
that's how I was programmed to get my point across when talking to the person I'm with.
Right.
You know, no shade to, well, I guess it could be a little bit of shade, but oh well. You know, my situation before, we were young, and that's what we did.
Right.
So when I got with her, she's super calm, super relaxed, calm spirit. So I used to just fly off the handle, and then realize that I was the only one flying off the handle. Like, she didn't respond the way that I felt. And then that was an issue. Like, why you not responding? Why you not yelling back at me?
Right.
Why you not?
Right.
And then one day she hit me so simple, and we had a situation, and she was crying and everything. And she was like, you know, and we ain't talked for like 3 days. And then that third day after we talked, she had blocked me and all that. And at this point, I don't have access to her because she's staying with her parents.
Okay.
So I can't just pop up if we
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, even though me and her mom and dad, like, we all family.
Y'all ain't talking at the time.
But
That's
we
what
not
it
talking,
is.
so they know we not talking because usually I'm here every day.
Right.
And then they realize, okay, y'all must be going through something. Brittany off in her room, and he ain't been over here.
Straight up.
So when we finally did talk, she hit me so simple, bro, and it registered. And she was just like, the way you treat me is so unfair. And I'm like, what you mean? And she was like, you literally treat me off of your last relationship. The feelings that you had towards her is how you respond to me.
Yeah.
And I'm totally different.
Yeah.
So now I got to deal with the RC that she dealt with.
Yeah.
And I'm not even, that ain't even, you know what I'm saying? I'm not giving you that energy. So why? You know what I'm saying? And then that simple. It was like, you know what? You're right. You know what I'm saying? You're not her. Yeah. So why am I responding to you how I would respond to her? And you not her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's crazy, my wife, mind you, we kicked it a long time ago. Like, I'm talking like 16, 17? 16, 17.
And y'all in your 30s, right?
Yeah, so, you know, we met a long time ago. Shout out MySpace for, you know, slid in the, you know, I mean, was it an inbox back then? Like, what
it was it was just messages.
All right, bet. Yeah, I sent her an email,
inbox,
if you will.
They got fancy with inbox.
Right. So, you know, and we linked up, you know, I met her, whatever, that was cool. And it was one of those things where you ever meet a person and you just know that they just good people. And no matter what kind of time in between or what space or even distance, you just know that's good people. And I had always felt that way, you know, as far as in regards to her. Now, mind you, you know, I'm B-Wheels traveling and doing God knows. And it got to a point to where I would always try, put it like this. We would see each other and I could feel it. I'm big on energy. I'm not really religious, but I'm big on, you know, energy and spirituality.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you feeling the same way that I'm feeling when I see you, when I'm around you.
Vibe. Yeah.
I know it. But when I get to really reaching out or whatever, boom. She was Barry Sanders with the spin moves. I'm talking about nope.
Shoulder,
but respectful. Yeah, you feel it? Oh, bro, it was all shoulder game. So I'm like, okay. But I know. You know what I mean? I'll be up on Facebook Live. I'll jump on, I don't know, it'll be on my story or something. Let's say I had been out in the studio till like 5 a.m. or something. Out the blue, she'll pop up at the welfare office. Here go Red Bull. I ain't called you. I ain't asked. Nothing.
She was gaming you.
Bro.
Look, she knew what she was doing.
Bro, she was so smooth. One day, I walk out of work, right? I walk out of work. It's snowing out. It's snow all on your car. Your car been sitting there all day. It's just a big heart on my windshield. I'm like, man, who sent her, man? Somebody want me out of here, and they're gonna, cause I'm gonna fall.
Was you a little scared?
You know what? When
or was you like, this is charming?
It was both. I mean, on the humorous side, on the laughing side, it was just like, yo, this is crazy, homie. She got it. You know what I mean? But for me, it was, we hadn't really got a chance to even get tight or nothing like this. I remember a time now mind you, we had kept contact here and there, whoop-de-woo. You know, it was a time she was rocking with, you know, some people, and I had whoever I had, whatever, back in the day. But we always kind of kept contact. And I remember one time we in the club. I walk in the club by myself. She with her homegirl dancing in the mirror. Mm-hmm. I have never done nothing like what the fuck I'm about to say. Never even thought about it, bro. This was not in my DNA at all. She's dancing in the mirror. I see her purse is sitting like off to the side, like in the VIP, but nobody's over there. But it's a prime target for anybody to, you in the mirror facing this way, your purse over here. Man, nigga about to come swipe so quick. So I'm like, I go stand by her purse till she got done dancing. She came back to her purse. I nodded. I kept it moving.
Yeah.
Left. And as I'm walking to the car, I'm like,
did I just do that?
Right. That was either some of the most player shit ever, or that was some of the.
Or I look crazy.
You are a fucking fool, bro. You pull your skirt down. B, what you doing, man? You tripping.
No, you had to meet her where she was at, because she had already pulled too many moves.
I knew. I knew. You know what I mean? And put it like this: when we first decided, she ended up staying a night, and from my recollection is correct, we haven't spent a night away from each other, like not once, literally not one time.
Since?
Am I correct? Not one time, crazy. Not one night.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? And when we first got,
I'm gonna say this.
Go for it.
She is clearly helping you sleep at this point. So that's like a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because now
she saved my life, bro.
Even and this is what's crazy. Even now that we having this conversation, that even the energy in the room has shifted to where you are now. Like, you know.
Yeah,
and that's a good thing.
Yeah, because I mean, she was aware of me. I was in a span of 6 months. I had like 7 hospital stays. Not necessarily that, from sleep deprivation.
Oh, okay. Which is worse. That could kill
I'm just 100%. Like I remember, like, man, Charlie Mack pulling me to the side quite a few times. Like, yo, man, you gonna keep, bro. You going up in the casket soon, man. Chill, please, slow down. I would get text 3-4 in the morning because he know I'm up. Hey, man, please slow down, man. Please.
So was this the hunger of wanting to be?
It was the hunger. It was the hunger and
fear.
It was both.
Okay.
I got this fear of sleep, but it's working so good.
Yeah, I'm getting so much accomplished.
I can't be stopped.
That's crazy.
I hadn't dropped an actual project since 2012. But I'm out here touring and doing more than anybody else I could think of from where I'm from. Yeah. Off of singles.
Yeah, right.
That I don't even really like, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't start liking my own music till Jimmy Jackson.
That's crazy.
And that record for me was just strategic too.
Yeah.
But it meant something to me because that's somebody I looked up to as a kid.
Right,
you know what I mean? But
that was the shift for you, musically,
100%.
creatively.
100%. It didn't take until I got around my wife and got to actually be able to sit down and.
You got comfortable.
Which I've told her before. I've never been comfortable. I've never been comfortable.
For an artist to be able to walk into a studio and say, "I'm gonna do what I want to do and not what I hear on the radio," you got to be comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of artists don't get that privilege. That's a privilege to be that comfortable.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, you work comfortable. Don't get me wrong, in your skin because you didn't have no problem doing the hair and
right.
But just when it came to being creatively with your music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, I was. This was gonna work. All right. What kind of beats they like right now?
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah.
Easy. Like I have more fun actually being in ciphers and stuff like that than I did making songs because I can rap.
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned, I can rap better than 95% of anybody I've ever heard. I can rap my ass off. Yeah. But this is for radio and this is what's gonna work and I know how this go.
They gonna spin this and I can perform this and they gonna dance to this and they gonna play this in the club and
in the midst of this just goes to show, because we big on energy and how you treat people and stuff like that. Now in the midst of all of that going on, I've always been good with keeping up my relationships. If I'm so used to not having people or people that I'm close to leaving me, as far as dying, all I know is a lot of death. As far as people close to me, so if I fuck with y'all, I 100% fuck with you. Yeah. One day I got an off day from the welfare office, and I'm like, man, let me go take some donuts and juice up to the Juice 107.3. It was the only station playing my record. 97 wouldn't play it. Unless it was in somebody mix or some weird shit like that.
Yeah, right.
And so I'm like, let me just take them some juice, whatever. I had built a relationship with them over time because I've always just shouted them out or just went to say hi just
and then,
because.
Even the events and different things they would have.
I will pop up just to, I've been big.
Or you will even be performing, like, no matter what they would,
100%.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing from y'all.
You was almost like, I'll say you in country, because they would y'all were making the music that was radio ready.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Swagger Boys,
right?
Country. Y'all had, like you said, y'all had in mind.
100%.
So they didn't mind playing y'all stuff because it didn't have to be super edited. Y'all didn't have to be super, clean version all the time, and it worked.
Yeah, I go up there one day. I take orange juice and donuts, and Charlie sit me down like, "Hey man, you ever thought about being on the radio?" This is all I ever wanted to do. Yeah, let's do it.
You got the perfect personality and voice for radio, dude.
Thank you.
It's crazy.
So yeah, and then it's been 1,000,001. What's so crazy? It was 1,000,001 chapters to the whole puzzle, just because of so much pain and hurt. But I'm just now, since again being married and with my wife, that I've been able to appreciate life, because I was 100% gonna be in the casket. There's no doubt about it. I hate to even think about it, but I was going there for sure. Like, so if anybody out there that play around with sleep deprivation and them addies and all of that, chill out, man, because I was literally passing out in the middle of studio sessions like it was nothing all the time.
Probably to the point to where they wouldn't even calling nobody at work.
No, it was like, normal. No, that's he'll be cool.
Yeah, he'll get up.
Yeah, and I wasn't going. I hate hospitals. I wasn't going to no hospital. Fuck no. Give me a Gatorade or something.
At least back then you ain't had to deal with coronavirus and all that. Like,
you feel what I'm saying?
Now, like I was telling my wife the other day, I had a pain. She was like, "You going to the emergency room?" I said, "No." Like, if it's not life or death, I'm sorry. Like, I'll make a doctor's appointment. I'm not going in there because I don't know what they doing in them hospitals at this point.
That's once I got to see in the error in my ways is when I totally. They say you never, you always strike while the iron is hot.
Yeah.
And I remember Ye made a line. I was like, don't leave while you hot. That's how May screwed up. I left while I was hot and said, fuck it. I'm cool. It was I started to catch anxiety somewhat, like, and I didn't even realize it was anxiety till recently. Like, when I would walk in the club and DJs be with I've never, believe it or not, I've never been a nigga that really liked attention like that.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm still, even though I'm B Wills or whatever I am, television and all the other cool shit, I still kind of think with the same personality of the nigga from back in the day that didn't get no attention and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? So
and now since you're getting attention from the one that it really only matter, you really like, I'm cool.
bro, I'm finally whole, and that's what got me
I was gonna
to the
ask you
point
that.
that I am now.
Yeah.
I'm finally 100% complete.
Are you completely healed from the trauma?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. And you know what? On top of the trauma, one of my biggest things, which I come to learn, was I've always had this humble personality. I always been the coolest, and you can come talk to me. I ain't funny acting. I ain't none of that.
Yeah.
But my wife was just telling me this. And I'm always going to end up saying my wife because I've learned everything. I've learned so much from her.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? They could be like, damn, this nigga talking about his wife again.
No,
like,
absolutely,
he must be in a doghouse or something. No, you know what it's like. Like a woman can really, your partner can really teach you everything that you need to know about yourself.
100% when you get to, like even you think about Jay, those type of people. Jay would have never got to the point if B ain't stand by him. And
you feel what I'm saying?
So I get it. Like when a man get pushed to his best, it's because he got a woman that's pushing him.
And the crazy part is it happened while music wasn't going on. One of my biggest fears was I'm gonna come across a woman that's gonna meet me as this shit. Because at the point I was going, it was only going higher.
And then too, like another thing. When we do what we do, producers, artists, musicians, all of that, we get a lot of women who just want us for that. And when you finally get somebody who like, man, I don't care if you never do that again. Like, my wife don't care if I play any instruments, make any more music, none of that. She gonna love me the same, and it's not gonna change.
I'm still gonna be
what I'm saying?
Coolest nigga in the room.
I don't know what she
her,
called you,
what
but
I mean?
To her, you not B Wills. You
fuck no.
You know what I'm saying? Like to everybody else, you B Wills, but it's like
to my kids, I'm not even. You know what I mean? That's
exactly.
That's what I needed. It got to a point to where that's why my name was Beverly. Like most people don't know my real name. It's people that really think my name is Beverly.
That's crazy. I don't know your real name.
Brandon.
That's crazy.
Straight up.
Williams, right?
B Wills.
Did I know that? I probably didn't. I probably did.
Yeah, and that's yeah, man. That piece came from understanding and learning that everything ain't gonna be bad. Anything that good came in my life, I could never enjoy it because I knew something bad was about to happen next. Every time some good came, somebody died. And it wasn't like, distant uncles or different cousins and whoop-de-woo.
Yeah.
Because, boom, granny died, dad died.
Those are pivotal people.
I start to get over that a little bit. I'm catching cool. My best friend died.
Yeah.
I'm all the way fucked up now.
Now there's somebody who then came up. It ain't
with
nobody
me.
older.
My dog.
That's how it was.
You feel what I'm saying?
I get it.
So, and then that was just a couple, maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what that was right before me and wifey got married.
Yeah, and that was the thing, like, that when AD died, we was literally the same age. He died at 24, so that affected me differently because when we connected at 16, we had been through so much.
Right.
And we knew each other, but when I say connected, like, this my bro. Then we moved in together at 18. Like, you don't see Brody without me, and vice versa. And then, like, even with the music, when we was in the bands together and playing at the Blueprint and doing these different things that we was doing,
right,
we was always together. You know what I'm saying? So that's different than, okay, Granny, she older, even though she mean a lot to me. But, she's older, and then Dad, that's because I lost my dad too, and all of it hurt. Don't get me wrong.
Straight up.
But man, that best friend thing.
Yeah, it hit.
That's different.
It hit weird. I seen one of his pictures like maybe a couple weeks ago, and it bothered me a little bit. Yeah. But again, the point that I'm at now, my wife brought out the boss in me. You know what I mean? It's always been there. I've always been an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
But I could never put my mind on one thing because I always had a million things going on. You know what I mean? Which now you see, getting that whole feeling at home allowed me to actually be like, damn, what else do I like besides music?
Yeah.
I love the fuck out of shoes.
I'm creative. I'm innovative.
I'm still me.
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, I fell in love with music on the job. I fell in love with being a rapper on the job, rather.
Yeah.
Take that away, which I haven't done music in years. You know what I mean? And now I get to learn what other shit am I into? What else I like? Shoes.
Man, the moment you posted on Facebook one day,
Mm-hmm.
it probably was a minute ago, but I don't forget stuff. The day you was like, I'm walking away from my job. I can't remember what that status was. But you posted something like, and it was, this was before the shoe came out.
That's crazy.
How long you been gone from JFS?
What, 3.5 years?
I remember when you made that post.
3.5 years? About 2-3 years?
I remember when you made that post, and you was like, I'm about to pursue what I want to do at this point. And I think I remember you was saying something. Man, I got a good memory. I don't forget stuff.
That's crazy.
But you was saying something like that you was just like, I'm not going to be working for nobody. Something you said, and it was like, yeah, that's that energy.
For everybody that's listening, man, I see a lot of times there's a lot of people that hate their job. And, well, I mean, a lot of people hate their job if they got a boss for the most part. But I got to a point at where I was at to where it started affecting my spirit when I would go home. Now, at this time, me and wifey are married. We're newly married at that time.
And see, I know that's why it registered to me, because I was thinking, how he gonna walk away from his job and he just got married?
I was thinking that. So,
you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a married man, so we think number one thing in a marriage outside of the love is finances.
Yeah, she was already aware of my happiness because I would always mention it, and then my energy got to being funny when I came home. Because mind you, I'm dealing with people and helping people who don't have almost anything every day. Right. You know, energy transfer is real. Yeah, I could have came to work feeling great, but this story, and on top of it, I'm getting 8-9 hours of these stories of all this fucked up shit that's going on. Like, they got to bother my spirit. Not to mention not even the stories, because I was always down to listen and help. Mm-hmm. The way that a lot of people that were employed there, the way they looked down upon the people that were my people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, mind you, I'm from over here, like literally. To see the way that they would talk to people.
This place is probably the only way we ate some days.
For real. So you know the fact that, a lot of, and not all, because there are some really good people over there in that building. Yeah. But there are also some people that were very fucked up and cruel and not cool.
I'm sure I could probably imagine a lot of the higher ups.
Man, you'd think somebody you waiting to get an email or something telling you that you gonna eat tonight, and niggas is watching Netflix in they cubicle. You feel me?
That's
straight
crazy.
Up. And again, that's not for everybody. That's not saying that that's the case with everybody. You know what I mean? But it's certain things that I seen that was just like, I can't be a part of this. But at the same time, I'm newly married. Altogether, we got 5 kids at the house. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? My son lives with his mom. Yeah. So, what the fuck? How do?
Yeah. What's
I
next?
tell her on a Friday. I want to say. I think it was a Friday. I can't remember. No, I can't remember which day it was. I think it was or that might have been how we got married. But that's something else. But I come home one day. No, I call her on my lunch and I'm like, man, I can't do it no more. I can't. I don't quit it. Shit, I can't do this no more. I'm fucked up. Yeah. She like, and I'm killing myself all day trying to figure out how I'm even gonna say it because I don't know how she gonna respond.
I was just about to say that's to be the biggest thing. Like, what's she gonna say after I say?
Now the one thing I know though is that that woman believe in me like no fucking. If I tell her right now I'm about to study to be an astronaut, she gonna say I bet. She'll go buy the books for me.
But is she gonna go out into space with you too?
Nigga. You see, where's she at right now?
Look,
she here right now.
Y'all gonna be Juice Skywalking all the way to Mars.
See?
Together. That's real.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, peep game, I tell her, like, yo, I'm done with working here, man. I mentally, I'm out of it. She said, all right. Pretty much left it at that. Wasn't really much conversation. I get home. This is on my lunch break. I get home that same day. She already typed up my 2 weeks resignation.
That's fire.
Oh yeah, you
Oh, you rolling with it?
you the real motherfucking deal. I knew that.
Yeah.
God damn, I was nervous.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's real.
yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck how tough you are or who you are.
Bro. If you a
Your
man,
wife strikes
yeah.
fear in your heart if
No,
shit ain't
listen,
right, man.
we
Period.
men. That's
Flat out. I can't fail her. I can't disappoint her. You know what I mean?
No matter, like, nowadays we blessed to have women who go out and get it.
For sure.
But this the thing that stick in my head. If something like for instance, my wife, she works at the beauty shop, hair and nails.
Mm-hmm.
This year we experienced it where she didn't work for 3 or 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I ain't got time to be mad at the governor.
Right.
I gotta go pick up another job. You know what I'm saying? So I worked literally two full-time jobs. You know what I'm saying? And still trying to do music and different things.
Straight up.
Until time came back around. Then when I got wore out, I'm like, hey, like same thing you said. I said, hey, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm getting wore out. I ain't at home. I can't pick my son up from daycare. I can't come home and do what I need to do for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just wore out mentally. Now, I did it. Don't get me wrong. But after about 2 or 3 weeks, she went back to work. I'm like, hey, we back in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't do 2 full times. Nah,
Straight up. I got you.
Down to part time. You know what I'm saying? And then eventually, after she seen it was beating me up, she like, yeah, you don't really need them. Like, we cool.
It was 3. That was about that was autumn years ago, and we've been entrepreneurs ever since.
That's so
and together.
That's fire. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the best thing. You know, she got Cooley Customs, which is doing an amazing job right now, and I've got Radio, Juice Skywalker.
So how'd you get in radio?
That was literally Charlie.
You said, huh?
Yeah, I literally went to take juice and donuts one day to the station. I had that relationship, and it's kind of like we feel like you can do this. We got to, you know, and Charlie just believed in me.
And he trusts you.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
That's our youngest daughter. That's her godfather.
That's fire.
Straight up.
Charlie a good dude.
Shout out to Charlie, man.
Yeah. That's right there.
Straight up. Good people, man.
Yeah, he fired.
Good people.
But so now, like, let's talk about the fashion.
Juice Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before we get into that, the Cooley Customs. Explain to people who listening what's the Cooley Customs.
Cooley Customs is basically your one-stop shop for anything custom. You know what I mean? Whether it's right now, she got the holiday / birthday box sets where you can get personalized water bottle, wine glass, a candle, or this like lava kind of crazy kind of pen. I can't roll off the top of my head because she got so many things going on. But like that box sets, for instance, you got, you know, the smoke tray sets, which is popular. You can have your picture or your own company logo. Anything
like
you could.
Ashtray?
Yeah, the ashtray, the whole. She got the glass tray sets. Shout out to Lante. He got a death row. He got a glass death row tray set. It's glass, and it Suge Knight even talks from it. Sort of on everything.
Really?
Yeah, she the goat,
Crazy,
bro. She 100%. You know what I mean?
I gotta support. I got to.
Anything that you need with your logo on it, for the most part, she'll make it happen.
Okay.
Like I've never, ever, not just a woman, and I don't even. That's my woman, but at the same time, I don't look at her or like, you know, a lot of people look at, for a woman, that's one of the most creative people I've ever met in my life, and I'm blessed to have her as a wife. 100%. You know what I mean? And that's what.
Well, you know, like biblically, we should be able to create 7 different streams of income just with our hands. A lot of people don't know that. If you're a Bible believer, though, that you should be able to create at least 7 different streams of income just with your hands. So back in the day when them women was cooking, they was sewing, they was washing, they was doing hair, they was doing, you know what I'm saying? All that streams, even us as men, like you, for instance, you could sell a CD, you could sell a verse, you could sell you can have a show, you could sell glasses, you could sell a look, you could sell hoodies, t-shirts, shoes. I mean, it's so much stuff. Like, the hustle hand nowadays is so unlimited, especially that we got the tools to do it. You know what I'm saying? The Facebooks, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, the book seeds, and all that, man.
It's out here to get it. If cats want to get it,
you,
they can, and that's where, you know, Cooley Customs was born.
Where did this idea come from?
Juice Skywalker came from my. I've always had a crazy love for shoes.
I ain't gonna tell the people that you got on Yeezys today and not your own shoe. Look, I was expecting you to come in here with some like crazy customs. But I'm a Yeezys is good.
100.
But you
No,
do got y'all came in
100%.
here
Yeah, I
with the
mean,
sweatshirts.
because
Yeah.
nobody would have knew had you not said nothing. You
Like,
feel me?
exactly, but I gotta leak something.
No,
sis.
without a doubt.
I gotta make it special.
Yeah, no, straight up. So I've always had the craziest love for shoes. Outside of music, I'm a shoe fanatic. My collection is pretty nice. I like to say, you know what I mean.
I agree with you.
And Juice Skywalker, the name itself came from I used to collect Cadillacs, DeVille's. 91 DeVille I had was my favorite black ever. It was light blue. Rims, Vogues, mayonnaise, mustard, it had everything on it. And I called it Juice Skywalker. Then for a minute that was gonna be an album name for whenever I come back to doing music.
Yeah.
I never used the name for nothing. And I got it to a point where I started designing my own shoe. Because I'm like, man, all of this paper out here, you know, people can make off shoes and whoop-de-whoop. Man, why? As much as I love shoes, how dope would it be to look at my closet and see my own shoe?
Yeah, that's real.
I did all the research, reached out to every platform or however I could go about it as far as manufacturers and whoop-de-whoop. But I had to be selective because I want to put out something that is not going to be what you used to seeing. And I want it to be high end because that's the type of things that I'm into, at least starting out.
Right,
I want a shoe that's going to be a staple for what I like.
Yeah.
A problem that I always had in my past career with music was always doing what I knew would work. I want to finally get to doing things that I like. Once I left that job, I want to do things I like. Once I got close to my wife, I want to marry the woman that I like. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want everything to go the way that I want it to.
Yeah.
And I teamed up and designed my first shoe, which is the Juice Skywalker. I was like, what am I gonna call it? It's an extra high top, 100% Italian leather. It looked like a moon boot almost to an extent, and I love extra high top sneakers.
But it got the is that a gum bottom?
No, it's red. It's
okay,
a red.
right,
Yep.
the red bottom, exactly.
Yep. I'd be a lie if I say it didn't have to do, you know, where I grew up at. You know, I had to, shout out. You never forget where you come from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, the shoe itself, man, even for me, I'm into making things that I think is dope for myself. You know what I mean? And it's one of the coolest shoes I've ever seen in my life, period. Yeah. It's made in the same factories that you'll get your Gucci, your Prada, your high-end stuff. You know what I mean? And it's the coolest shit ever. I didn't want to make something that you can just find anywhere. Nah, I want some shit that when you see it's just like, whoa. It's certain shit that you see people have on and you look at them different. I don't care who you are. When you see certain people with certain things, it's like, oh, okay, shit, all right. Yeah. That might be the only thought, but it caught you.
Yeah, right.
That's why I wanted to be with these kind of shoes. And the Juice Skywalker 1 has been doing amazing, man. Anybody want to get a pair, JuiceSkywalker1.com. They can grab them a pair, $244, free shipping to the United States and Europe. Everywhere else they got to pay shipping. And it's great things, man.
That's dope.
It's great things going on. I just got reached out to from a few different editorials, magazines, and stuff like that want to post the shoe.
It's a good time for black. I'll say black.
Entrepreneurship,
creatives, yeah. Because so many doors that's opening that other people kick down.
For sure,
I like to pay homage to the people.
Yeah,
like Kanye and all those type of people that's kicking down these doors so that the culture can walk in and people can start. Not so much they take us seriously. Don't get me wrong, because they want to make money off of our style and our culture, but actually giving us the opportunity to eat as well.
Right.
Super dope. Instead of just always taking our ideas and running with it. Now they like, okay, let's partner. Okay, how about we do this? And you make 70% and give us the 30 or different things like that. So just seeing you jump in that lane. Yeah. Right now it's like the perfect time.
Thank you.
And the market is crazy.
And the hoodies I was like, man, I'll make a couple t-shirts or something just to, throw some spice in there. And then when it hit, it was like,
dude,
wait.
This is quality though.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
This is like, not saying I was expecting anything less.
No, I understand.
Like,
let the people know, because if they hear from me,
no, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm selling ice cubes to a polar bear. You know what I mean?
Listen,
so
I wear everybody's stuff here in the city.
100.
Like, anybody who came on the show that got something, they'll tell you.
Respect.
Like, I've purchased. So it's like, I don't look for no handouts. That's why, you know what I'm saying? When you come in, I'm like, yo, how much?
Respect.
Because I want to sow into what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because
I appreciate that.
People go in and they sow into my wife, and that's me. You know what I'm saying? They sow into what I'm doing, and people you know, they buying music or they coming to the events we throwing, they
Without a doubt.
paying to get in. They, you know what I'm saying? So it's only right that in order for us to keep that same energy coming in, we got to give it out.
For sure.
You know, just having you on the show.
I appreciate it.
Everything just about you and what you doing, you know, black love.
Thank you.
Being creative and everything ain't black and white, but sometimes when it is, like, we got to celebrate the fact that it's black. You know what I'm saying?
And
because
that's appreciated.
it's a lot of couples out here that ain't, you know what I'm saying? They ain't promoting the right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That ain't none of my business. But
And I feel you, man. And it's crazy because when you genuinely happy, then people say it's fake.
Yeah,
It's not real. I'm sure, you know, we don't pay no attention to what the fuck people be saying, but you know, we've come across different hearings of, you know, man, no, they ain't happy for real. That just be for show. Man, when I tell you, man, my wife, that's my dog, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to. The world could end today. I don't want to be in the bunker with nobody but her, man.
Facts.
My kids gonna be straight, but that one right there,
Even when they get on our nerves, come here and get on my nerves.
man, when I tell you, bro, my wife, and there was a time before where, you know, I feel like it was weak to give a woman so much of, but that again, that comes from my trauma from, you know, looking at women the way that I did, as far as not trusting them and not being able to give them my all. Even outside of music, man, it's the first time I've given my all to something in my life, and it's the best feeling in the world. You know what I mean?
You got a lot more to give too, man.
Yeah, and she's opened me up to understanding a lot about myself that I didn't realize, which is the main thing, especially, which is, you know, one of the announcements I have is that I'm finally back to music.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that.
I'm finally back to music. The new album, I already got the cover for it. It's called Speaking of the Devil. And one of the biggest things I had to get over was the fear of looking like I don't want to look cocky, man. I just always want to be humble. Yeah. Man, I could look you in the eyes and tell you this, man. Fuck all of that, and ain't nobody fucking with me.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's time to. It's a difference between just being all out cocky and just really loving yourself and embracing it. Yeah. And the way that I'm looking at it right now, man, it ain't about no competition. I want to see everybody shine. Yeah. I want to see everybody get it. Yeah. But if there's anybody that is anywhere near anything that I'm about to do, man, good luck with that, because I'm not playing.
Yeah, that's real. That's 100.
You know what I mean?
And
so straight up.
It's good to see you in that lane of confidence too, man. Cause you never lacked it, but just to hear it, sometimes you gotta remind yourself, like, hold on,
I needed the reminder.
I'm that dude for real.
Yeah.
Like we ain't gotta downplay our gifts to make nobody else feel comfortable.
And I always did it. I always, it's I'm him.
Yeah.
And that can be taken, because at the end of the day, whether you humble or not, people gonna say whatever they want.
Yeah,
humble,
right.
Being so humble these days only gets you looked over.
Yeah.
Now that don't mean go act the ass and just get to act retarded because you want to be shown. No, because what's about to happen is gonna speak for itself.
And you know what? Shout out to my dude, to my brother. He told me, you know, he doing this thing out in LA, but he told me, we was texting one day, and we was talking about something. And he told me, he was like, look, he was like, when I go into these meetings with these labels and all this, he's like, they not looking for the nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
He like, they want that guy with that confidence that's gonna come in here that they know, if I give you this money, I know I'm gonna get this bread back. I'm gonna recoup this. And they want to see that confidence. They want to know like that you know, you capable.
Without a doubt.
If you second guessing yourself, it's over with already. You know what I'm saying? So
second guessing can fuck up a lot.
Yeah.
And for people that's around our age, man, stop second guessing, especially when it come to age or anything you trying to do, man. If you got something you want to do, man, take that leap and do that shit.
Man, just seeing your maturity, dog.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? As a man, just
I appreciate that,
dog, is remarkable.
I appreciate that. I was wilding, man. I was punching niggas up in the. I was on some bullshit, bro.
It take. Can't nobody check you how you check you. You know what I'm saying? And for you to be able to say, look, I was clowning, I was doing this, I was doing that, and be able to lay it all on the table for somebody else who might be going through something, or who might be dealing with Adderalls, or who might be having trust issues, or who might found out late that they dad, you know, who they real dad was, or you know, dealing with whatever, you know what I'm saying? Laying that out there for somebody else to know, like, look.
And normally I wouldn't have talked about that shit. It's to this day, it might be family that see this and just now find out.
Man, that's love. I appreciate the exclusive.
But you know, if we hold in certain things and don't share certain gems, how are we gonna expect for us as a people to move forward?
Yeah.
I want to, man. When I tell you it ain't no hater bone in our body, in our household, in our universe, and we want to see everybody get it.
It's enough for everybody to get it.
I ain't even got to give you $100. If I can help your mindset and let you know, nigga, you ain't the only one. You can do it too.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and make it happen. And that's where we at with it, man. I'm full steam ahead, man.
So do you got a date for the album yet?
I'm looking at January. January sound nice. Start stepping on niggas next.
So you working?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah,
I'm 100%. What people can expect is just, you remember when Keisha Cole got happy after she first got married, and then her music was like, this ain't unhappy Keisha Cole. So I would assume that people would probably be like, damn, this nigga B Will's married now. Like, what? I mean, we ain't all married. What the fuck we about to? My wife be the first one to tell you, man, talk your shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Yeah. I was about to say, and on top of that, it's people who looking for that too. If it's, if you giving it out, because I mean, a true musician gonna speak from where he's standing at now.
And that's the thing. And a lot of things back then, I made certain music for other people, and then I chose purposely not. You never heard me talking about guns in my music. You never heard me talking about a lot of other things, because a lot of other things were actually going on. You know what I mean? Now time has passed. I've matured enough to be able to tell my story, stand on it, and also be able to represent my family still in a positive manner, but still be him, because I am.
When the last time you did a podcast like this and really opened up?
Never. I don't. Not to sound like Hollywood about it, but with me being in radio, I'm usually the one interviewing people. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, like right now, what we doing is the Juice Skywalker shoe, the Juice Skywalker clothing, this interview. This is all leading up to what's about to happen, because it's gonna be people that's gonna look back to this and be like, "Yo, that nigga called it." I'm calling it. I called it when I was gonna be on TV. I said that a year before I knew. I'm calling what's about to happen. This shit about to get crazy, bro. Yeah. I promise you. And I appreciate you even being one of the to reach out before, because I already know what's gonna happen after. But the fact that you reached out now early and wanted to speak on what you did.
Yeah, I didn't know you had
100%
coming out. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It was like bring my dog onto the show.
No, straight up. And I appreciate it. Me and my wife gonna take over this world though. Like, we not stopping at all. We ain't gonna stop loving. We ain't gonna stop showing love.
She got your back too. I can tell.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So anybody who try to catch you from the blind or catch you slipping, they ain't got nothing coming. Wifey coming out the cuss with one.
Hey,
look,
man,
she got your back, man.
Front, side, and it's vice versa, man. And you know how it is when it's real. Don't second guess it. When me and my wife first got together, I was scared, because I'm used to some good. This might not last long. This ain't,
or even thinking, man, I'm gonna do something to mess this up.
You feel what I'm saying? It was just like I'm not used to just something good staying.
Stability.
It's I didn't know it till her.
Stability.
Man, y'all done fucked around and gave me the one thing that I was missing in life.
Yeah.
It's over with, man. I can't, bro. I feel like I could literally do anything. If I ran fast enough outside right now, I swear to God, I could tell myself I could fly, and I believe it. And I actually fucking might, bro.
Yeah. If you take off flying outside, though,
I'm not gonna really try it.
I was about to say, I ain't gonna let you back in.
I'll
be like B Wills, and he got a different. Hey, he an angel or something. Look, I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, niggas. It's just a different type of time, man.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand where you at.
It's a different mindset, man, and I'm happy, bro.
Yeah,
I'm happy, man.
Unstoppable. I just started telling my son today, like, we was just playing around, and I just started telling him, like, start saying you unstoppable. Like,
straight up.
I be having him saying that. Like, I'm unstoppable. I told him, I was like, look at your mama and tell, just giving them that.
100%.
Like, we tell our kids, like, my son 3, and he picks up everything else. I mean, drums, guitar, keyboards, all that type of stuff, music. So I'm like, I'm going to start putting these words in your head to start using these words.
Cause it's once it's in there, it ain't going nowhere.
And if you can spell your name, which is about 11 letters,
straight up,
then you can say unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? If you can quote these lyrics from
this song,
you're gonna be able to say, I'm creative. I'm these words that start speaking life to, give him what he might need, because, I don't know what he gonna be up against when he get my age.
Yeah.
But one thing I want him to be able to stand and fight through anything. Not saying everything gonna be perfect. Who's to say what he gonna be up against in the future? But I want to be first one to be like, hey,
Yeah.
you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
You got it.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all we need.
That's all. That's bro. That just that the motivation, the love. Just if I could leave, you know what I mean, out of here with just saying anything about making a difference in anybody's mind. You know what I mean? Because mind you, on the side, one thing that I don't even really promote or talk about, I've been doing motivational speaking for about the past couple years. I speak at the high schools. I speak downtown at Juvie, shit like that. You know what I mean? Talk to the younger cats. And man, don't be scared to love people, man. Don't be scared to love people. Don't be scared to show love, and embrace the good that's around you. Because thinking that this ain't gonna be this ain't gonna be that, or having your guard up so much, it's only gonna block you from your own blessings, that's man. Real. Anybody that's seen me do anything positive, anybody else that you look up to, we got the same 24 hours, big dog. Yeah. It ain't no reason that we can't go get it. Now, don't get me wrong. I never say that everybody ain't got obstacles and barriers, and you know what I mean. I get it. You know what I mean? I was scared of something that you're supposed to get every day. Which, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I get it. But, man, we can all make this shit happen, man. You know what I mean? Just check on your people from time to time. You don't know who going through what. Yeah. You don't know who got what going on. A lot of people will play like shit is really cool on the outside, but you really don't know. And even if you think somebody, I think a problem that a lot of people have is, well, such and such, he going to be all right. That nigga strong. He'll be cool. Yeah. Like,
I said that on the show last week.
You know what I mean?
A lot of times we take that for granted because it's people that we've been around our whole life.
100%.
We've seen them bounce back, but it might be that one time that they don't bounce back.
100%, man. Show love to our people and just make sure you tell the people that you care about, you love them, you give a fuck about them, and show it. And you know, and if you got people you don't rock with, stop being fake about it. If it's fuck the other side, let it be fuck the other side. Like real. Straight up. You know what I mean? It ain't got to be no weird shit and no drama in between. You know, just consequences and rewards, man. That's my Uncle T. Shout out to my Uncle T, man. He always tell me it's either going to be consequences from your decision or it's going to be rewards. It's that simple.
Well, listen here, man. When the album come back out, I'm going to have you back on here.
Please, it'll be worth it.
And we gonna continue doing. I know you going to, man, bring me some exclusives.
No problem.
Like, maybe I what I got to do to get a couple exclusive song drops, like some never heard.
All you had to do was just say that. That was it, man. I ain't funny with it. You know that.
Yeah. Well, I'll wait though. I'll wait.
Want it?
I'll let you hit me up and say, look, I got this. Let me come through.
Want it?
You know, my platform, our platform.
And shout out to y'all platform, man. I'm privileged and honored to be here because you could have chose anybody. And shout out to everybody that has been on and that's doing their thing around town. You know what I mean? Anybody else that's making clothes or making shoes or whatever, man. Shout out to y'all and none but love and respect, man.
Time coming, I'm gonna get around to everybody. Believe
straight up.
You know, we're gonna be here for a while. So
for sure.
As long as the doors is open and the 419 grind going, man, I'm gonna be here.
100%. There you go.
Going. So we gonna, like I said, we'll have you back on again.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down for it.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
Go from there. So it's been incredible.
Thank you.
Talking to you, bro.
Thank you.
Like this would probably be out of probably about my 10. This one of my favorites.
I appreciate that.
At least top 2.
I appreciate that. I genuinely do.
Because you shared some things that people don't. The cool people don't share. You know what I'm saying?
Man been through shit, huh?
Yeah. They don't want to share that. They want to come in here with their chains and everything is perfect and I'm getting money and
I'm in here with it. I've been in here with it the whole time. Like, I mean, what we focusing on? We focusing on stunting?
Yeah. That's what I'm
man.
Saying.
Let's talk. Let's button it up and talk.
Yep. So I appreciate that, man. It was definitely a good conversation, especially. The marriage topic, because I don't get to talk about that a lot. Because
I'm sure.
You know what I'm saying? I try not to.
Yeah, we don't talk to nobody at all.
I try not to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put me and my wife out there like that. You know, we very private, which we ain't hiding nothing.
Same here.
Yeah, we just private.
That energy, bro.
When you see us, you see us. And other than that, we handling our business, taking care of our
Well, it's great to celebrate our queens while, we can link up and do so, man.
Absolutely. So, I don't know. We usually have a song that we gonna play out, but this week we just gonna let it fade out. And
hey, man, I ain't tripping because I'll have some more songs for you coming soon.
So this is episode 3, season 2 with the big dog Beverly Wills, man, the legendary.
You know it,
man. It's been real. I'm Rob Lewis, and this has been Cloth Talk. We love y'all. Thanks for tuning in. See y'all next week.
For sure.